seems that it's being directed by our politicians, and I can only speak for California. You know, you probably heard of him, the idiot Gavin Newsom. And from what I understand, he has went ahead and pretty much shut down any type of opportunity to get schools going, getting these kids back into schools. At last I heard, I thought it was about 80% were shut down. There's like 20% of the counties in California decided to reopen. I don't know if that still holds water, but for the most part, he went on another one of these dictatorial type of decisions. I don't know if this one was on emotion or what the deal is. There were spikes in cases in Imperial County. A lot of people were saying it might have had a lot to do with illegal immigration. Immigrants were coming over the border because they weren't getting proper treatment in Mexico, and the bed space in Imperial County was getting overloaded. So they went ahead and moved some of the patients through Riverside County, and in doing so, he pretty much knee-jerked on that and shut down all kinds of stuff for 4th of July, if you remember. Except his own winery, right? Every other winery here in Northern California primarily was shut down except Napa County. Sonoma County and the rest of them, Trinity, whatever, you can serve no wine. So I think that's what we got going on here, which is pretty much this school closure. Now, I'm going to show you a card. Now, this was taken yesterday, Saturday. I believe that would be the 18th. I'm not quite sure. It'll show. You'll see it. You'll see a picture of it. And what it does, it shows down. It goes down and it will show you by age group how many people have died in the state of California since all of this has begun. And if you look carefully, you'll notice, everybody under the age of 18, not one person has died. I'm not saying there weren't cases, but no person has died. And it also, I believe it'll show cases. I don't have it in front of me, but I'm going to attach it. So I find it strange, I find it really strange that, that he's doing this. Now, I have a theory on this whole thing. Actually, I got many theories about it. One being is the young teachers that are in our schools now are, the 20-somethings, the millennials. I think they have been indoctrinated in our colleges, and I think I've spoken about that. You've probably heard about that argument too, where many of our students in colleges are pretty much getting indoctrinated with this whole type of socialist ideology, and it is going into our schools. It's already, from the college level. Now it's going into the next generation and our younger youth, and we see it all the time. People putting masks on kids and marching them around, holding "defund the police" signs, right? But you can't take them to the playground. You can't take them to school. You can't do nothing of that type of sort of thing. I think in that video, there's a video clip I got. I don't know if I put it in this video, but you'll see it somewhere in one of my videos. It was just amazing that they showed people walking their kids around. They had masks on, but they were walking around and children holding "defund the police" type of signs. But at the same time, these are the same people that don't want the schools to open. And if you don't know, LA County, from my understanding, is the fact that the teachers, or the teachers union, I should say, the LA County Teachers Union, determined that they wanted to keep the schools closed unless they defunded the police. And there was a couple other there was also some other things they wanted, but what caught my attention was the whole defund the police thing. And I just thought that was just ridiculous. I couldn't believe that. What does that have to do? What does defunding the police have to do with a child's education? That makes no sense. Who are these teachers? I've argued before that we should take our kids out of these schools, but with this whole pandemic, it's kind of now, I kind of had to change my position in this, just for their own sanity, their own health. They need to open up these schools now. You need to put these kids back. They need to be, they're human. They need social interaction. That's part of schooling. It's not just a reading. Was it reading, writing, and arithmetic? No, they have to play. They have to get exercise with their friends. They have to. Their mind has to be well. You can't keep them sheltered. You can't keep them within the family unit, which is fine. I mean, I believe that everybody should have a strong family unit. That's great. That's fantastic. But you also have to balance that with the real world. That your children are going to grow up and they are going to have to deal with the real world and real people, and not just the family. You're not all going to be sheltered for the rest of your life. And what's happening is they are taking the skill, these necessary life skills, and putting them on hold, which is just psychologically detrimental to them. And I just am really furious that we have a governor, for whatever reason, dictating these fake ordinances, or what is law. He thinks they're laws. They're not laws. They're unconstitutional. I don't care if you don't like the word unconstitutional being thrown around a lot, but it's true. And he just doesn't take it to the state legislators. And we're going along with this. And now unions, for whatever reason, I thought teachers, back in the day, teachers really did love to, to be around their students. That's why they got into the teaching business. They wanted to, they wanted to educate. They wanted to, they're teachers. It's like nurses want to be nurses because they want to help people. Teachers are in the same thing. But nowadays, it's just, I don't know if it's just so much political, hype out there that's really derived these teacher unions to just say, nah, and they're coming up with every excuse in the book. I heard this one teacher union guy, I guess he was the president somewhere in Florida. There was a whole type of, he had so many excuses. Oh, well, first it was, I couldn't, our teachers can't get everything prepared in time. Well, you had a lot of time, actually. Especially during this lockdown. I don't know too many teachers that really have to have other people with them when they're, arranging furniture, or maybe, getting an idea of arranging furniture outside so you'd have some courses outside or something. You know what I mean? You have plenty of time. So they're saying that. Now they're saying, oh, well, I'm scared, maybe these kids will come in and I'll catch it as a teacher, Well, that's bullshit. Just I thought you believed in your mask. Put on your mask, stay 6 feet away from a kid. You don't have to sit there and hug the kid. I mean, seriously. And the kids don't have to wear masks. Look at the numbers. They don't die. They're getting cases, but they're not. It's already proven they're really not transmitting it. Or, there's no proof of that. Or any type of, even person who's asymptomatic. There's no proof that asymptomatic people can transmit COVID-19. It's just it's just laziness. It's, what it is? It's the dumbing of our kids. It is such child abuse. It's money too. I guess they want to also kind of bankrupt the school districts. I guess so they think maybe they can get federal money through the state. You know what I mean? Why? Just like I said about LA. They're sitting there saying, we're not going to open up unless you defund the police. I couldn't believe I heard that. I'm pretty sure it wasn't Orange County, but it was LA County. I want a child to have the best education, school was fun. All kids should have a wonderful, childhood. And school, going to school, playing with your friends and, and doing all the kind of fun things you do, learning, is part of that. And they use the excuses, COVID-19, oh. Teachers are just making up excuses not to teach, and they want to teach them through Zoom and all these other, I don't know, I never use Zoom. I think that's the stupidest thing. If I really wanted to video conference somebody, Skype's been around forever. I don't know what the big hype about Zoom is. I don't know. I guess it's because you can change backgrounds. I don't know what the hell it's all about. I don't really care. I don't use it, but I think it's pretty stupid. I mean, you have to ask yourself the question, because this is what they're pushing. This is what these unions are pushing. They want hold on. So basically, got this guy right here. So basically, what they want to do is they still want to be funded, right? They want to be funded, but they don't want to work. I don't know. That just sounds like welfare to me. I guess the teachers union wants to go down some sort of socialist welfare road. But here's my question, though. Besides the whole money issue and everything like that, how are you going to get your class to sit still through a video conferencing platform like Zoom? Do you think you're going to get the attention of a kindergartner, a first grader, or a second grader, third grader, fourth grader, fifth grader, sixth grader, even some junior highs and high schoolers? Do you think the attendance level is going to be there? They're already saying it's a bust. Those kids are going to just say, they're going to be, you know what, the only way you're going to get a kid in front of a TV screen like that for a long period of time is you're going to have to give them a PS4 controller. Do you know what I mean? So it's absolutely ridiculous what they're doing. The kids out there are just absolutely not learning a damn thing, and they want to keep prolonging this for absolutely no reason. And I refer again back to that card. Where it just shows there has been absolutely zero deaths of children under the age of 18 in the state of California. That to me seems like it's a shame what they are doing to our children. It's child abuse. This all falls on the hands of Gavin Newsom. And I'll say it. I said it once. I'll say it a million times. The guy needs to be recalled. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys later and have a great day. Peace out.